please stand for the national anthem.
let each of us, in our own way, be grateful for the love that has been shown to each one of us, the graduating seniors, and for the opportunities given us to respond to that love and to share that love with others during these past 4 years. As we come to such a major stepping stone in the path of our lives, we give thanks for all the efforts that have been poured into our lives through our parents and teachers, and the many people of this community who have done so much to encourage us and enrich our educational environment. We are also grateful for the recognition and the honors that this district has received because of the dedication and service of the students here this evening. But we know that the real fruit of our labors will be revealed as we, young men and women, move on to accomplish the goals that have been set for us. So, our offering this evening is this: that our lives will be touched in such a way that will enable us to reach our total potential, that we will seek wisdom and strength in all of our endeavors, that our eyes will be focused so that we can receive every blessing that is in store for us, and that we will always be filled with a desire to serve others. Thank you. Please be seated. Please welcome the next speaker, Elizabeth Beal.
Good evening. I would like to welcome the proud parents, families, friends, teachers, distinguished guests, and most importantly, graduating seniors to the commencement ceremony of Upper St. Clair High School's class of 2014. It feels like an illusion to know that time has flown past us so quickly, and the reality of it did not hit many of us until this morning. While the days and nights spent studying and cramming seemed long, looking back, the years now feel so short. On this day, when we have gathered together to honor our academic achievements, it is incredible that all 352 of us have one day, which happens to be this day, to say goodbye to life as we have known it. We have all become part of each other's lives, whether we passed by each other in the hallways, sat together in the student section, or developed close friendships, and we will forever be connected by a common thread, the shared experience of these high school years. Let us continue to strive for excellence, but recognize that small accomplishments and acts of kindness also have ripple effects that can make a day-to-day impact. Life is not a checklist of accomplishments and qualifications, and as we linger on the threshold of the next chapter of our lives, let us be content with who we are in this moment. From this day forth, we each have the responsibility to take what we have learned from our families, teachers, and each other and apply it professionally, academically, and personally to our lives. So even though we are leaving, and some of us might be feeling nostalgic or might want to hit the rewind button, in a few moments we will be high school graduates. And that means that we are all at a starting line. When the starting gun sounds, we will all scatter. Some of us may work in the arts. Some of us may become engineers or teachers. Some of us may become doctors or businessmen and women. Now, once that starting gun does sound, some of us may run faster than others, and some may stumble and get back up, but I will always take pride in knowing that I was once at that starting line with all of you. Thank you. I would like to now introduce the next speaker, Mr. Mafreese.
Good evening and welcome. The Board of School Directors for the Upper St. Clair School District is pleased to be here this evening to extend its best wishes and the heartiest of congratulations to each and every member of the high school graduating class of 2014. Actually, the 54th such class to attend commencement ceremonies here at Upper St. Clair. The Board of Directors is also proud to note that during the past 4 years, this senior class has received an impressive number of awards for their academic accomplishments, athletic successes, and artistic performances. It is these high-level achievements which have been recognized by experts in academia, athletics, and fine arts, which show that our school district, Upper St. Clair, continues to be a leader in all areas of education. This all has happened because of the challenging curriculum made available by our administrators and curriculum leaders, the customized instruction and nurturing environment provided by our educators, the love and support given by you, the family members, and last but not least, the hard work, dedication, and energy shown by these young people who sit before us this evening. As we bid you farewell, the 2014 graduating class of Upper St. Clair, I offer this quote from Steve Jobs, which was part of a commencement speech that he gave to graduating students at Stanford University some years ago. The quote reads as follows: "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary." So in closing, now that you have heard your last morning bell at Upper St. Clair High School, signaling the start of the school day, and you no longer will walk down the hallways lined with lockers and posters taped to those lockers, serving as notices of club meetings or other after-school events, just know that we, the Board of School Directors, want you to know that we believe you are ready to make your mark on this world of ours. And by the way, one of Steve Jobs' marks made on this world was founding Pixar. And to steal a line from one of Pixar's more famous characters, Buzz Lightyear, we, the board, wish each and every one of you great success and happiness to infinity and beyond. Thank you. I will now introduce the senior speaker, Kyle Austin.
All right, guys, now I know we've been having a lot of fun today, but if we could just get serious for a moment. So if you guys could please put away the beach balls and the foam fingers, and if you refrain from doing the wave during the speech, I would be very appreciative. All right? So let's get right into it. Hello, class of 2014. I am excited and honored to be speaking to you today. I was asked up here to speak because you guys voted for me. Now, I know there have been rumors of voter fraud. Some people claim to have seen me stuffing the ballots, while others have pointed out that more people voted for my speech than actually attend the high school. I would like to ease everybody's minds and let you guys know all of those people have been properly disposed of. All right, now down to business. Let's talk about what we're all here for. Graduation. We made it. We've made it through some of the most interesting years of our lives. We've progressed through 4 years of academic and social challenges. It reminds me of a great quote from Dr. Galani. He said, "We started from the bottom, now we're here." I am receiving word right now that it in fact was not Dr. Galani who said that, it was Drake. And they are not in fact the same person. So let's just say, at my 4 years at Upper St. Clair High School, I have learned many things. Fact-checking may have not been one of those. It's weird to be leaving this place. We've spent so much time here. 7 hours a day, 5 days a week, for 4 years. That's like a lot of hours. Not even counting all of the time that we've spent here for clubs, sports, forensics, or the musical. You know, those things that depleted us of time for academics and a social life. But in the end, they were all really worth it. All that time at the high school has taught us some pretty valuable lessons. We all now know how to write a homework assignment within the 15 minutes that homeroom has to offer, and that avoiding getting kicked out of the library is more of an art than a science. These lessons have showed me the value of a high school experience. All right, now it's time for that trite mention of freshman year and how we were so small back then, but now we're these big, bad seniors. Some of you may be big, bad seniors. I myself am not very physically threatening, so I don't know if I fall under that category. But it just shows how we've progressed. A ton of stuff has happened while we were here. There was an oil spill, a lot of snow, we found bin Laden, lost a plane. It's been a pretty eventful 4 years. I feel as though I've grown up during this time. When I first entered high school, I was a child, and now I leave here, a slightly larger child. I have refrained from nuggeting and zip tying backpacks, but I still devote way too much time to pickleball. I feel pretty certain that we will be able to take the lessons that we've learned here and use them in the future. Think about the next couple years of your life. It's pretty exciting, isn't it? Everyone here has a different college that they're going to, a new job that they're starting, or just a journey that they're going to embark on. It's like we're living in those choose-your-own-adventure stories that we used to read as kids, except I'm really hoping that these ones end differently and that this time I don't get eaten by crocodiles. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but I am sure that everyone here can make something of themselves. As I look into the crowd, I see a group of people who are excited to begin their future, who think that the last 4 years were fun, but know that the fun has only just begun, who are going to take all the positive and negative experiences from high school, learn from them, and use them to make their future that much better, or who just want me to stop talking. I'm not really sure which. We've lived through a very interesting 4 years. 4 years of late nights, 4 years of procrastination, 4 years of new experiences, 4 years of Pantherland, 4 years of walking up and down these hallways with the same people. So here I stand before you, student, graduate, that kid that you saw in the high school that looked kind of weird. But mainly, I'm that person who's going to be back in 5 or so years asking what you guys have accomplished. I know that every single one of you is capable of doing something cool, intelligent, or just plain good for humanity. Just go on, leave. Go out and do something. Make whatever happened in that building over the past 4 years a jumping block for whatever you really want to do with your life. High school's over. It's time to get started. And cue the fireworks. I guess they forgot the fireworks. So I'd like to introduce the next speaker, George Sun.
When we were young children, we used to think that the world was magnificent and filled with endless possibility. Running through the yard, we felt the soft grass tickling our bare toes, and we cried out in surprise whenever we stepped on a patch of dew. We jumped into the leaves that our parents had raked up, and we chased the dandelion fluff drifting along the breeze. From those short little legs, everything seemed so grand, so full of wonder and beauty. But then, as we grew older, somehow, in some way, that all changed. That yard, which had been the source of so many adventures, lost its magic. In its stead, it became just another chore, something that we all had to mow and rake. Whenever we grew up, things changed, and those childhood dreams also changed. One by one, we began to realize that the beautiful world that we had played countless hours in was also fleeting. Those dreams were pushed to the back of our minds as we entered school, and everyone around us told us to focus on more immediate concerns, things that had tangible value. Our focus shifted towards school because we were told that it would be the key to our future, even though that future was not the one that we had dreamt. And the sad part of it is that at the end of it all, they were right. Because eventually, we realized that there were limitations to what we could do. Even though we are surrounded by so much, we realized that we live in a beautiful, cruel world where childhood dreams will only ever be childish dreams. But does that mean that we should roll over and give up on those ideas? Should we accept complacency and stop trying to accomplish great things? No! You know why? Because even though those childhood dreams are nothing but a fantasy, that doesn't mean we have to give up on reality. We must do everything possible in order to make our mark on this world, to push onwards, even if it is only for the self-satisfaction that comes from accomplishing our goals, whatever they may be. Those childish dreams are nothing but fantasy. Instead, we have to replace them with new ones, grounded in cold, hard reality. We should be thankful that we live in the current era, where we have accomplished so many great things that no one would even have imagined possible just 100 years ago. Humanity has sent spacecraft beyond the edges of the solar system, and that is physical proof that our dreams can pierce the heavens. Still, this world is unforgiving, and even brilliant lights will cease to burn. Whenever we go on, we have to recognize that we cannot afford to blindly charge forward towards our goals, because passion alone is never enough. To make it in this world, we need skill and talent, not just hard work and determination. Life is full of disappointments, but we will not be ruled by them, because should we fail, then we should go down in a blaze of glory so bright that all will know that we are here and we will not fail so easily. All things must come to an end, but we can make it end on our terms and only our terms. If above all else, we are to our own selves true, then we can find our place in this world. Thank you, everyone, and a very special thank you to the pride of USC, the Upper St. Clair Band. Up next is Jordan Sella.
Graduation day is a time to reflect upon yesterday, appreciate today, and anticipate tomorrow. Yesterday, or our past, seems like just moments ago. Yesterday highlights the first time we walked to the bus with our valuable Barbie or Ninja Turtle backpacks and our adorable cartoon lunchboxes. Our parents would stand on the side of the street taking countless pictures as we smiled and waved, or in other cases, nervously bowed our heads down and cried as we entered the bus, which seemed overwhelmingly enormous at the time. During those days, we met other scared children who would later turn out to be our lifelong friends and attended our first Streams Extravaganza, Baker Caper, or Eisenhower. Those moments were precious because every obstacle that was presented was simply a new experience and something for us to learn from. The only worries on our simple minds were about the lunch menu at school that particular day and the start time for recess. Everything just seemed easier in those years, and it was. Little did we know how much was to come. In a blink of an eye, we were shuttled off to Boyce. Those 2 years held more importance than we may think, because those were the years when we first joined together and truly started defining our class as a whole. There we experienced countless field trips, developed close bonds with our teachers, and had the unforgettable times with our parents at Deer Valley. Next was Fort Couch. These were truly transitional years that took us from childhood through adolescence. Here, within those 2 years, we began developing a sense of our true identity and a sense of who our real friends are. Every passing day presented an additional opportunity to learn more about ourselves, more about our friends, and more about our families. Finally, we made the big time, high school. In hindsight, these past 4 years seem like 4 days because each passing year has gone by increasingly faster. We were truly blessed to attend one of the top high schools in the state. However, the small worries about lunch menu and recess times now escalated and transformed into project due dates, test dates, and the struggle to conform to social standards. Collectively, these past few years, we have achieved much. Academically, our school is unparalleled. Athletically, we have been highly successful with a particular shout out to the boys soccer and golf teams who won state championships and to all the other teams who made playoffs or won sections or WIPIALs. Even though we are comparatively small in number to the schools we compete against, I think we proved that our hard work, dedication, and talents allowed us to compete with everyone. However, yesterday is gone. Today, we stand proudly in front of our teachers, administrators, friends, and families, hoping we upheld the highest tradition and values at Upper St. Clair High School. On a day like this, it's appropriate to stand back, take a breath, and recognize how far we have come. From senior cruise to our last homecoming, to our last Sadies, to senior banquet and prom, we have truly accumulated exceptional moments that will remain close to our minds and close to our hearts for a lifetime. And even though we aren't wearing our cute themed backpacks like we did that first day of school 12 years ago, our parents gather with us once again as we stand tall in our caps and gowns, not only transformed physically, but also mentally and emotionally. Some of us may yet again have our heads bowed down like we did on that Monday 12 years ago, nervous for what's to come. But this time, we are no longer those naive little children, but rather mature young men and women moving forward with confidence and lessons learned from the first chapter in our lives. Tomorrow, we are propelled into the unknown in whatever path life may lead us. We are only at the beginning of our journey, and there are endless great things to come. All we have to do is open our eyes and our hearts and maintain a positive outlook so we are able to receive opportunities when they present themselves to us. Opportunities are not always what we think they will be. They are oftentimes born out of what we might otherwise consider disappointment. We must use our strength to see the good in everything. While we reflect upon yesterday, appreciate today, and anticipate tomorrow, it's also important to recognize that for those who are given much, much is expected. What I believe that means is that we can no longer be self-focused, but must also strive to make the world a better place for those around us. If we can achieve that, it's not only yesterday, today, and tomorrow, but it's also forever. A very sincere thank you to administrators, teachers, security officers, lunchroom workers, maintenance workers, and everyone who continues to make this high school the best in the state. I'd also like to thank parents, grandparents, friends, and family for the overwhelming support and guidance over the past 12 years, and a huge congratulations to the graduating class of 2014. Thank you. And now I'd like to welcome Principal Dr. Galani to the stand.
Dr. O'Toole, Mr. McFreese, Board of School Directors, administrators, parents, teachers, friends, members of the class of 2014. Welcome to the 54th Annual Upper St. Clair High School Commencement Exercise. As principal of Upper St. Clair High School, I am pleased to be presiding over this joyous occasion. This day belongs to these young men and women seated before us. Tonight is also a testament to you, the moms, dads, grandparents, brothers and sisters, and friends who through your constant support, understanding, and sacrifice have helped these young men and women get to this point in their lives. Commencement exercises like this, or one tonight, embody one of the great rituals in our culture. It is a unique and meaningful ceremony that marks the close of one chapter and the beginning of another great adventure. The group of students before you has been well prepared and bears the knowledge and experience that will help them successfully begin this journey. If their past performance is any predictor of their future success, I think I can speak with some certainty that they will realize extraordinary accomplishments. The Upper St. Clair District has been bestowing diplomas to seniors since 1960, when 100 students were graduated. Today, we celebrate the accomplishments of 357 fine students. The class of 2014 has been recognized with numerous awards, honors, and distinctions. This is a group of students who have demonstrated exceptional academic, athletic, and artistic achievement. Among those achievements are 5 National Merit finalists, 5 National Merit semifinalists, 17 National Merit commended students, 17 valedictorians, 8 Superintendent's Academic Achievement Awards, 17 International Baccalaureate Diploma candidates, 149 National Honor Society members. 2 of our seniors were accepted to the Pennsylvania Governor's School of Excellence for Sciences, WPL and PIA champions in boys golf, including an individual state champion, PIA champions in boys soccer, WPIO individual champion in track, 3 state forensics champions, and superior ratings for many of our music groups. Our students will be traveling to all corners of the world to pursue their education in places such as Arizona, Kentucky, California, Maryland, New Jersey, Tennessee, Louisiana, Massachusetts, and at home here in Pennsylvania. They will be attending many prestigious universities, including Brown, CMU, NYU, Princeton, Carnegie Mellon, American University, Claremont McKenna College, Cornell, the University of Southern California, the University of Pennsylvania, and the University of Pittsburgh. I believe that our graduates today will accomplish great achievements, reach great heights, and become great leaders in their communities and in our nation. When I reflect on the class of 2014's 4 years of high school, I personally think of their resiliency and dedication. It wouldn't be a graduation speech if I didn't include an inspirational quote. For this class, I specifically chose one about getting knocked down and getting right back up. They've been knocked down a few times. Nelson Mandela once said, "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." Now for my official duties. Dr. O'Toole, please join me at the podium. Dr. O'Toole, as the principal of Upper St. Clair High School, I do here certify that the students gathered before us have met the requirements for graduation mandated by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Upper St. Clair Board of School Directors. Dr. O'Toole, I present you the class of 2014 of Upper St. Clair High School.
Thank you, Dr. Galani, and good evening, class of 2014, family and friends of the class, members of the Upper St. Clair administration, faculty, staff, and community. It's my pleasure to address our graduating class of 14. Before I do, however, I wish to commend our outstanding student speakers, talented musicians, and those who have prepared the students and the stage for this program tonight. One of the great aspects of being superintendent is that I'm only required to deliver the 5 final minutes of instruction to our students who have gone through 784,000 minutes of instruction since entering USC. This ceremony is sometimes referenced as a benchmark when planning our educational programs at USC. We ask, by the time our students are sitting here on the football field at commencement, what do we want them to know? What do we want them to do? And what do we want them to be like? Class of 2014, by now you are quite familiar with what we want you to know. In fact, after having taken your exams, you're probably tired of demonstrating what you know, and your test scores show that you know a lot. The what we want our students to be able to do question is becoming of much greater value to employers and consumers of your skills. In fact, our staff reports that you are able to do things, especially with technology, that we have difficulty even comprehending. The third question, however, what do we want our students to be like, is much more complicated. Some say what students are like cannot be taught. Also, the research on social learning reports that what we are all like is influenced considerably by our experiences and our environment. For instance, what I am like was influenced by having grown up in a family of 9 children in a house with 1 bathroom, which taught me very much how to be cooperative, considerate of others, and patient. But qualities that demonstrate what students are like, qualities such as honesty, integrity, teamwork, positive attitude, are, according to many, much more important outcomes for you as graduates than what you know and what you can do. And schools do have an interest in bringing out your best qualities. In fact, our district mission statement concludes with the phrase that challenges our USC staff to nurture the uniqueness of each child and to promote happiness and success. I can tell you that you will find the word success in many schools' mission statements, but the quality of happiness being expressed in a mission statement is uncommon. And what better time to talk about happiness than that year when that Darn Happy song by Pharrell Williams was ubiquitous? And your parents can relate to a ubiquitous happy song because of the Bob Marley song from their generation repeated over and over again, "Don't worry, be happy." Cue the music. Oh, no, stole that line from Kyle. But those two terms, happiness and success, repeated often at this time of year. Although I don't know this for sure, I believe there's an assumption by those who wish you happiness and success that your future happiness will be the result of your success. Recently, however, I was reading a book by psychologist Sean Akers, The Happiness Advantage, that flips the assumption that success leads to happiness. Akers' findings posit just the opposite. His research suggests that happiness is more likely to lead to success than success is to lead to happiness. In the workplace, Akers found that employees who were happy, or as he described, positive in the present, were more productive, more creative, and more energetic, and thus more successful. Akers points out that if our traditional thinking that success makes people happy were true, everyone who got the job or promotion they desired or was accepted into the college of their choice would be happy. An example close to your life stage was Akers' observation while living among students and conducting research at Harvard that incoming freshmen, just a few weeks after entering the college they so desperately wanted to attend, found themselves unhappy with the reality of difficult classes, new social arrangements, and the reality of a significant life change. In fact, he observed that students in small villages in rural South Africa tended to be happier than students at Harvard. So if success won't necessarily make you happy, what will? Akers has several books, a popular TED Talks video, and numerous research articles that suggest intentional actions you can take to make happiness the center of your emotional universe, just like Copernicus declared the sun to be at the center of our physical universe. In the interest of time, however, I select just one of Akers' suggestions to leave with you tonight, and that is to intentionally engage in a brief positive exercises each day, such as reaching out to others in your social network to thank them. What better way to conclude my remarks today by engaging in my personal positive experience by reaching out to you, the class of 2014, to extend my personal gratitude, best wishes, and happiness before success. Class of 2014, with the authority vested in me as superintendent, and in the name of the Board of Directors, administration, and faculty of Upper St. Clair High School, I solemnly and publicly confer upon you the degree recommended by your principal, Dr. Michael Galani. On behalf of the school district of the Township of Upper St. Clair, I offer you good fortune, both happiness and success, and best wishes, and the best wishes of your alma mater now and forever.
Elizabeth Ann Beal, Senior Class President.
Sarah Elizabeth Collins, Senior Class Secretary.
Garrett Lee Bull, Senior Class Vice Principal.
Parker
Vice
Michael
President.
Kahn, Senior Class Treasurer.
Matthew Lewis Becker, valedictorian.
Nina Bryovich, Student Council President.
Brenda B. Doshi, valedictorian, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Grace S. Chen, valedictorian.
Madison Rebecca Lindsay, valedictorian.
Kylie Ray Fultonier, valedictorian.
Haley Elizabeth Gans, valedictorian.
Shushma Goodla, valedictorian.
Jordan Elizabeth Selk, valedictorian, Student Council Executive Officer.
Christian Michael Heil, valedictorian.
Nicole Britt Nyman, valedictorian.
Connor Richard McCormick, valedictorian.
Benjamin Lee Stoniker, valedictorian.
William Edward Petley, valedictorian.
Sydney Sophia Turnwald, valedictorian, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Banu Sharma, valedictorian.
Nolan Dean Ardolino, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
George Sun, valedictorian.
Kyle Charles Daniel Austin, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Natalie Joy Unico, valedictorian.
Gaurav Gupte, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Marissa Nicole Behun, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Jane Stewart Lippincott, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Sonia Ainsley Kretschmar, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Lauren Elizabeth Montgomery, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Sarah Elizabeth Myman, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Eva Roy, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Tejas Patel, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Mary Genevieve Sanner, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Jordan Ann Ryan, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Robert Stephen Weaver, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Sophia Unlu, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Ryan McLaughlin.
Devin William Zala, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate.
Michael Francis McGuire.
Dana Abud.
Matthew C. McKenzie.
Tariq Aleli.
Terrence Patrick McClendon.
Brooke Astley.
William McVeigh.
Cody Alexander Ayub.
Alexandra Mex.
Brooke Noel Baker.
Benjamin James Meisner.
Eric Bauman.
Sarah Karen Melby.
Darren Baumgart.
Lee Elizabeth Mertz.
Mackenzie Jacqueline Bayer.
Alec Carl Miller.
Chad R. Beisner.
Christopher Charles Merchant.
Olivia Nicole Belak.
Sierra Evans.
Sophia Vittori Benoit.
James Patrick Miller.
Kara Marie Bernhardt.
Catherine Rose Miller.
Timothy Betchart.
Macy Ann Miller.
Ryan James Betzold, Superintendent's Academic Achievement Award recipient.
Patrick John Miller.
Andrew Jack Xavier Betzger.
Sarah Frances Molatoris.
Mitchell Jerome Boring.
Jeremy Montressier.
Alexander Paul Bowman.
Grant Richard Montgomery.
James H. Bregenzer III.
Zachary Morris.
Daniel Patrick Brennan.
Trevor Lee Morrow.
Jared William Brown.
Brett Albert Moskell.
Jordan Tyler Brown.
Nikita Nagpal.
John William Buckholt.
Lindsay Ann Nagy, Superintendent's Academic Achievement Award recipient.
Shannon Kathleen Buono.
Taylor Natalie Nahorsky.
Kelly Burgess.
Delora Nakibolo.
Robert Lawrence Burke.
Esau Nakibolo.
Sarah Gray Burton.
Nikhil Narayan.
Trevor Glenn Butler.
Caroline Mary Hughes Nedlick.
Brendan Joseph Campbell.
Samuel Isaac Shear Neft.
Eileen Nicole Carrera.
James Howard Neese.
Brenna Elizabeth Kars.
Hannah Newman.
Keely Abigail Carson.
Nathan John Novak.
Dominic Thomas Caruso.
Olivia Naselt.
Aaron Lee Casey.
Brendan James O'Keefe.
Emily Jo Casson.
Giuseppe Giovanni Orsini.
Joseph Celesti.
Lisa Harley Oxenrider.
Frank Matthew Cherub.
John Michael Picalo.
Leanna Marie Clark.
Kyle Francis Page.
Rachel Hannah Claypool.
David Forrest Painter.
Jeffrey Joseph Kahn.
Daniel Jiwan Park.
Samuel Morgan Connors.
Joseph George Pateras,
Chandler Cook,
Rebecca L. Patton,
Kirsten Lee Cook,
Samuel Timothy Pavlik,
Sri Raga Dasari,
Jacob Michael Peo,
Courtney Davis,
David William Pencroft,
Gabriella Del Duca,
Nicole Ann Perry,
Anthony DeMeo,
Margot Leona Perryman,
Jacqueline Rose D'Amelio,
Christopher S. Peterson,
Dwayne Andre DeCenzo II,
Gina Marie Petito,
David Doherty,
Anthony Lorenzo Pizzone,
Samuel Tyler Dudley,
Madison Catherine Phillips,
Jessica Nicole Duffner,
Julia Lee Pica,
Yasaswi Devuru,
Jonathan Paul Pearson,
Megan Louise Ebeck,
Robert Lewis Plummer Jr.,
Kirk Richard Eglin,
Elsa Marie Paulin,
Grant Fitzgerald Engel,
Lorraine Patricia Pollock,
Taylor Ray Erickson,
McFerrin Pope,
Alexis Diane Evangelista,
Jacob Daniel Puchetti,
Neil Fadia,
Connor Powes,
Megan Fairgree,
Christian Quintero,
Graham David Ferguson,
Connor Henry Rabel,
Erin Nicole Faree,
Austin Daniel Rader,
Julia Marie Ferry,
Constance Despina Raftis, Student Council Vice President,
Tyler Thomas Finn,
Jenna Marie Ravazio,
Thomas Edward Fitch,
Megan Elizabeth Riley,
Erin Ann Flaherty,
Joseph Daniel Repajak,
Marissa Bobbs,
David B. Rice III,
Robert James Fournier,
Melissa Brooke Richards,
Rachel Ann Forster,
Gabriella Maria Ridge,
Hannah Catherine Fowler,
Anna Scout Reeder,
Mary Claire Frack,
Anna Renos,
Michael Franisich,
Emilio Rizzo,
Connor Michael James Gallagher,
Mackenzie Ray Rogers,
Rachel Nicole Jeffrey,
Alex Anderson Crandall Rogers,
Jillian Elizabeth Gibba,
Taylor Marie Rongus,
John Perry Gillen,
James Gannon Rooney,
Meredith Elise Girardi,
Carson Taylor Rooney,
Celia Rose Gisselson,
Jacqueline N. Ross,
Ari Glasser,
William Donald Ross, Student Council Executive Officer,
Eva Marie Gonzalez,
Samuel Richard Lear Russell,
Shivani Gosai,
Michael William Russell,
Mason Taylor Green,
Benjamin Lee Ruttenberg,
Corey Edward Griffith,
Philip Grant Siracco,
David Grimm,
Noah Francis Schuler,
Aaron James Gross, Student Council Executive Officer,
Allison Elizabeth Samacco,
Taylor Haley,
Emma Rose Sebastian,
Robert Scott Harbula,
Jimena Segura Montanez,
Alexander Dimitri Hardwick,
Amanda Maria Seiner,
Eleanor Hardwick,
Marlena Therese Senge,
Joel Harold Paul Hart,
Amanda Nicole Sirio,
Benjamin Charles Haas,
Lee Shen,
Max Stephen Heldon,
Wyman Shun,
Sydney Hellman,
Megan Elaine Short,
Carissa Sophia Hintosh,
Caitlin Sitar,
Dustin E. Hess,
Mary Alice Sabordonis,
Natalie Claire Hess,
Sydney Slater,
Zoe Hinkle,
Lisa Adeline Smith, Student Council Executive Officer,
Ian Douglas Holland,
Taylor Ann McConnell,
Justin Hopfer,
Emily A. Soda, Robert Benjamin Southern.
Morgan Brianna Hubbard.
Bailey Julia Spivak.
Irina Nicole Huey.
Christian Stage.
Andrew James Humbert.
Nicholas James Staley.
Benjamin Humbert.
Zachary James Staley.
Benjamin Eric Huss.
Ann Elizabeth Steen.
Alexis Hutton.
Kristen Marie Stemler.
Lindsay C. Johnston.
Victoria Elizabeth Stevens.
Lindsay A. Johnston.
Thomas Montgomery Steve.
James Joyce.
Tyler Daniel Stoller.
Christopher Michael Kaufman.
Claire Ivy Stoller.
Elena Kaler.
Genevieve Tankasich.
Melissa Jane Kearney.
Christopher Taper.
Christian Robert Kelly.
Christian Evan Teal.
Bridget C. Kennedy.
Harrison Clark Teal.
Alexis Marie Kennel.
Aditya Takora.
Sean Patrick Ketchel.
Christopher Matt Thurston.
Sherilyn Brooke Ketchum.
Garrett Tomac.
Troy Robert Kiernan.
Desiree Trocheck.
John Williams King Superintendent's Academic Achievement Award recipient.
Andrew Warren Troy.
Lucy Rose King.
Ray Ann Swede.
Andrew James Kissinger.
Catherine Sutton Tyrrell.
Deanna Rose Klimas.
Michael David Underwood.
Kylie Sky Cope.
Michael Thomas Ungeheyer.
Shubham Kukula.
Evan Daniel Valperga.
Adam Joseph Kraski.
Rebecca Ann Van Ryzen.
Timothy Andrew Kalinich.
Elizabeth Louise Vargo.
Hannah Olivia Lane.
Madison Vaglia.
Erin Jane Langley.
Natalie Villela.
Nicholas Stephen Laser.
Tyler Scott Visco.
Morgan Christopher Lee.
Gregory Michael Vitkavich.
Christopher Aaron Limberiu.
Cameron Walker.
John William Kip Lindstrom.
James Garrett Walnona.
Colin Edward Liss.
Ryan Christopher Walsh.
Vinnie Chi Wing Lu.
Morgan Laylee Wangler.
Alex Loverich Bernard.
Kayla Marie Warmbine.
Mary Angelica Lucas.
Emma Elizabeth Waters.
Natalie Lynn Lucas.
Leanna Ray Weinstein.
Hannah Noel Luckenbach.
Megan Jessica Welch.
Anna Maria Luxemburger.
Krista Marie White.
Bess Kathleen Lynch.
Emma Marie White.
Noah Joseph Lynch.
Virginia Zara Walker White.
Melody Lynn McLaughlin.
Taylor R. Wicks.
Stephen Edward McAwick.
John Wilcox.
Emily Noel Manalo.
Corey James Wilding, Superintendent's Academic Achievement Award recipient.
Eunice Manfu.
Cassandra L. Wilson.
Sarah Allison Mantell.
Matthew Wong.
Maria Nicole Marmion.
Matthew Robert Bloomer.
Michael Fenton McCombs.
Nelson M. Zachary.
Patrick Wayne McDonald.
Francesca Zagaria. Joshua J. Zakaria. Samuel Mitchell Zellick. Bill Zoe. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of 2014. Congratulations.
The last time I come in this field right here. That's the last time.